Hello, and welcome to another Doctor Who custom figure review. Today I'm going to be reviewing a figure I've actually finished making quite a while ago, just not got round to sharing it with you. So the more perceptive of you have probably realised, if you hadn't read the title, or if you're not that good on Doctor Who costumes, this is the Doctor from the Talons of Weng-Chiang, which is... I can't remember what season, but it's a season with Leela. Basically in this story, the Doctor wears something incredibly different from what he normally wears. Now, just a bit of background. This figure I intentionally wasn't going to make. What happened was, this is a season 12, as you can possibly make out, figure. That this is one of my first ever classics. However, the head came off. The head pin, well, of course the head comes off, but the head pin broke. So this is actually the head now, it doesn't move. And I bought a new season 12 which came with the TARDIS, but I had a spare slightly broken one, so I decided I'll put it to good use and I won't make a season 13 Doctor. I will actually make a more interesting one, which might be used in a scene recreation or just an adventure at some point. So I set to work basically making this. So the first thing I did was actually make the coat. I wasn't sure whether the figure would come at all, seeing as it looked like limited stock, but I set to work making the coat just on the figure. I used the third Doctor's sort of cape thing, his overcoat thing, as a basic guide to how things look, and also just looking at lots and lots of stills. And I'd recently watched Talons, so it wasn't that difficult. If you're wanting the basic pattern for this, I can give it to you. I didn't actually use a pattern, but I did make one afterwards for anyone. I then painted it the basic colours and pattern. I then painted it inside so that it's got this lining effect to it, and added this bit, this sort of capey thing. I would have originally, if I'd done this, I would have used the third Doctor's cape, and I would recommend using that. However, I didn't have a spare. I probably will eventually, but for now that's going to have to do. I then took the head off the figure just completely, and then basically repainted the jacket so it's a slightly different shade of red from what it was. It's virtually identical, also because I needed to paint over the elbow patches. It is, however, shiny, but there isn't much I can do about that. I then cut the tie that was originally there. I then actually reused that to make the nice little butterfly collar that the Doctor wears, and then I filled in the little gap there. I then painted his trousers this lovely brown colour, and that was about it. I also painted his hands. Now when it came to this bit, I had to look very carefully on what the pattern exactly was on his waistcoat. On his jacket there is a slight dotty pattern, and it hasn't got these season 12 pockets exactly. but I couldn't be bothered really. But I looked very carefully at what was the basic pattern for this, and if you look closely, it is in fact just black. It's a basic black with little red dots just dotted on there and it evenly. I then painted the shirt and I painted the tie in the same red as all the jacket was. Then the head. Now this was the original head. If I zoom in, this was the original season 12 head that came with the hat, because that was also slightly damaged. The hat got really wrecked through use. So I took the hat off, bit of a doozy but very easy to do. I then moulded the hat and put in a tiny little bow at the top, tiny little ear flaps, moulded a bit of the hair. It got crushed a bit as I put his head on, which I was a bit annoyed about, but it had to do really. That was all done with blue tack. All moulding was done with blue tack, and then covered with a bit of super glue just to harden it, and then I added paint over the top to harden it again, and that was literally it. It's just painstakingly slow. I'd recommend it. It is a really fun custom, and if you're one for wanting just different costumed doctors, and if you're one just for collecting different kind of costumes, it's a really, really good custom to make. There was only one other image of somebody had made virtually the same thing a few years ago, which was even more remarkable, seeing as there weren't even as many bits that you could do it from. I also made his little cane. That's just a bit of a skewer painted, but that was the only base sort of figure photo that I had, and goes very nicely with the Leela. It's not the right Leela. Leela wouldn't be wearing that in Victorian London. No way. That's why she changes. But and if you've got the Magnus Greel and Mr. Sin set, it'll look really, really good with that. Unfortunately, I do not have that. Very expensive now. So yes, nice little custom, pretty simple, and looks nice on the shelf and with any other Talons stuff you have. So yes, I hope you enjoyed watching this review. Feel free to post comments on exactly any specific details, or if you want me to send you the basic pattern for the coat, please just post a comment below, or send me a message. So yes, next time round will probably be my Adric custom. I have got another brand new custom that I've recently finished, along with sort of an updated one that I've remade. So stay tuned to the channel for that. So yes, there are definitely 2 reviews to do. A few people have said they want me to review the Robot K1. I will hopefully do that, but you know, I don't really need to do that. It's a pretty old figure. It's a collect and build thing. So and there are other reviews. You don't really need me to review that for you. I will hopefully be getting all most of the new sets that have been announced. I'm definitely getting the City of Death set. I'm definitely getting the Enemies of the Third Doctor set. And there's one other. I think it was either the Chase set or the Enemies of the First Doctor. I'm deciding between which one. And I will hopefully be buying a few more Daleks and things like that. Just army building really, until I reach a point where it will just be, do I want it or would it be useful in adventures? So yes, so there probably will be some reviews coming. They probably won't be until after Christmas. The City of Death set might be a bit before Christmas if I manage to scrape together a bit under 30 quid. It's probably not going to happen, seeing as I don't have any and it's difficult for me to get money. So yes, so that's some basic reviews. There are definitely 2 custom reviews coming, hopefully before Christmas, and then there almost certainly will be some set reviews after Christmas, when I've possibly received money and things to buy them. So yes, don't forget to subscribe and rate this video, yay! And I'll hopefully be reviewing something soon. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.